Well, our team had the chance to sit down with Representative Bruce Westerman to talk about multiple topics, including the SPEED Act, the sale of F-35 fighter jets to Saudi Arabia, and the Epstein files. Here's a bit of that conversation.
Funny you mentioned AI because that's not something that we would have talked about, 10 years ago. But now, as technology continues to grow at a rapid pace, it's something that we have to include and have to start thinking about as we start going about things like the SPEED Act.
Yeah, and if you look at the interest in it, we've got over 200 endorsements from all across the country, everything from the American Clean Power Association to pipeline companies, to infrastructure companies, people that build roads and bridges and airports, to Microsoft and Meta and OpenAI and groups like that. So it's a very broad coalition that wants to see permitting reform so that we can build again in America. And if you reflect on the things around us and where those things were invented, most everything that we appreciate today was invented right here in America, and it was because people were able to be innovative, they were able to take risks. And what this wet blanket of permitting that we have right now stifles people's innovation, it stifles people's certainty when they want to invest capital to see these new projects built. So if we want to get back to building things in America again, it's necessary that we have permitting reform, and that's what the SPEED Act does.
What's the next process as we continue to move forward?
So on Thursday, the Natural Resources Committee that I chair is having a markup, which means we will consider all the amendments and changes to the bill. We'll have a vote in the committee to report the bill out of committee to the House floor. And then there'll be a vote on the House floor, hopefully sooner than later, and then it'll go over to the Senate. And hopefully from there, it goes to President Trump's desk for a signature. It's got to be a bipartisan bill. We're going to have 60 votes in the Senate. So I've got Democrat co-sponsors, and we're working to build that bipartisan coalition. The Senate's very engaged in what they're going to do with the SPEED Act once we get it over there. And also the administration is very interested in getting the permitting reform done. So it's a big piece of legislation, and I'm just thankful to be leading on it.
And you can read more about our conversation with Representative Westerman over on our website.